Donald Trump helps a single mother open a restaurant, a touching story. On a cold, rainy night in Texas, as droplets pounded rhythmically on the rusty roof of a desolate gas station, Maria, a pregnant woman with weary eyes, struggled to manage heavy gas canisters. Her life seemed like an endless cycle of darkness, until a luxurious car pulled up, and Donald Trump, the powerful billionaire, stepped out with a sharp, calculating gaze. Was this a life-changing opportunity or just a fleeting encounter? Subscribe now to witness Maria's journey from despair to hope, where kindness and perseverance create miracles. The rain fell steadily over the small town of El Paso, Texas, as if nature itself was weeping for the struggles faced by its inhabitants. The old gas station on the edge of town stood like a forgotten sentinel, its neon sign flickering intermittently in the cold November night. Cars passed by quickly on the highway, their drivers eager to escape the dreary weather and reach warmer destinations. Maria Gonzalez wiped her hands on her apron, trying to ignore the sharp pain in her lower back. At 28 years old, she already carried the weight of the world on her shoulders. Her dark eyes, once full of dreams and aspirations, now reflected the exhaustion of long hours working at the gas station convenience store. She was 6 months pregnant with her second child, Isabella, named after her late grandmother who had taught her so much about life and cooking. The small space was filled with the familiar sounds of everyday survival, the constant ringing of the cash register, the occasional honk of impatient drivers, and the soft hum of the refrigerator keeping drinks cold. Despite the harsh conditions, Maria maintained an inner strength that many would find remarkable. Yet tonight, as the rain continued to fall, even her indomitable spirit felt tested. Born in Mexico City, Maria had come to America 10 years ago with her husband Carlos, seeking a better life for themselves and their unborn daughter Sofia. Tragedy struck when Carlos passed away in a car accident just months before Sofia's birth, leaving Maria alone to raise their child. Since then, she worked tirelessly to provide for them, taking whatever jobs were available, while dreaming of one day opening her own restaurant. As midnight approached, business slowed down considerably. Maria took advantage of the lull to check on young Sofia, who slept peacefully in the small room behind the counter where they lived. The makeshift home consisted of little more than a bed, a table, and some storage shelves, but it was theirs. To Maria, this simple space represented safety and stability amidst uncertain times. Her thoughts turned briefly to her own childhood in Mexico, where her mother had run a successful taqueria despite facing numerous challenges. Those memories brought both comfort and sadness: comfort in knowing what could be achieved through hard work, and sadness at having to set aside her own dreams to ensure her daughter's future. Still, there remained a spark within her, a quiet determination that refused to be extinguished completely. Little did Maria know that this particular rainy night would bring unexpected change into her life. As she restocked shelves and prepared for closing time, she couldn't have imagined the encounter awaiting her, an encounter that would challenge her assumptions about people, politics, and possibilities. The rain had not let up as Maria finished closing the gas station for the night. Her body ached from the long hours on her feet, and she could feel the baby shifting restlessly in her womb. Just as she was about to lock the door, an imposing black SUV pulled into the station. Out stepped Donald Trump, his signature red tie visible even in the dim light. "Fill her up," he barked at Maria, his voice carrying that familiar brashness that dominated headlines across the nation. Maria recognized him immediately. How could one not? Yet here he was, standing before her in this forgotten corner of Texas, as real as the cold rain falling outside. As she worked the pump, Trump watched her closely, noting the way she moved with purpose despite her obvious exhaustion. He asked gruffly, "You work here every night?" "Yes, sir," Maria replied cautiously, unsure where this conversation might lead. "I live here too, with my daughter." His next question caught her off guard. "Why don't you just go on welfare like all the others?" The words stung, but something in his tone suggested there was more than mere judgment behind them. Maria took a deep breath before responding. "Sir, I want better for my daughter. Welfare would be easier, yes, but it wouldn't teach her the value of hard work or give her the opportunities she deserves." She spoke quietly yet firmly, meeting his gaze without flinching. Trump's expression softened slightly as he listened. Here was someone who understood struggle not as a politician's talking point, but as a daily reality. He pressed further. What opportunities do you think she deserves? Just then, little Sophia appeared at the doorway, her wide eyes curious about their unexpected visitor. Trump knelt down to speak directly to the child, surprising both mother and daughter. And what about you, young lady? What do you want to be when you grow up? Sophia hesitated only briefly before answering proudly. I want to be an architect. Her enthusiasm seemed to soften Trump's edges even more. He challenged her gently. That's quite an ambition. Do you know what architects need to succeed? Through their exchange, Maria watched in amazement as this powerful man engaged so deeply with her daughter. It was becoming clear that beneath Trump's tough exterior lay a genuine interest in understanding their situation, perhaps even a desire to help, though he never admitted outright. As the rain continued to fall outside the gas station, an unexpected shift began to take place within Donald Trump. The conversation with Maria and young Isabella had stirred something deep within him, not pity, but recognition of a shared determination that transcended their vastly different worlds. After exchanging pleasantries with Isabella about her architectural ambitions, Trump turned his attention back to Maria. His next move surprised even himself. Pulling out his phone, he dialed a number from memory, one belonging to Michael Patel, owner of a successful chain of Tex-Mex restaurants across Texas. Mike, Trump began without preamble. I've got someone you need to meet. He proceeded to describe Maria's situation in detail, emphasizing her work ethic and culinary background learned from her late mother. Though Mike initially hesitated at hiring someone with no formal experience, Trump's persistence won him over. But this was only the beginning of Trump's unconventional approach to helping Maria. Rather than simply handing her money or opportunities, he proposed a challenge. Maria, if you're serious about changing your life, I'll set up everything for you to succeed, but only if you prove yourself worthy. He arranged for her to enroll in a free vocational cooking program through connections with local community colleges. This wasn't charity. It was an investment in potential he saw beneath her weary exterior. Trump made it clear. No handouts here. You earned this by showing me the same drive I see in my own businesses. The following week, Maria found herself standing in front of a state-of-the-art kitchen classroom, surrounded by students half her age. Her initial doubts were quickly replaced by resolve as she remembered Trump's words. You can't give up now. Not when your daughter is watching. Meanwhile, Trump worked behind the scenes, leveraging his extensive network. He secured a mentorship program pairing Maria with renowned chefs who could guide her development. More importantly, he challenged her thinking. Why settle for just surviving? Why not thrive? Their interactions became less about politics and more about possibilities. Trump would often call Maria unexpectedly, peppering her with questions about her progress, offering advice on business management, and pushing her to think bigger than her current circumstances. A good meal tells a story, he told her once. What story do you want to tell through your food? Through these encounters, an unlikely friendship began to form. Maria started seeing Trump not as the divisive figure portrayed in media, but as a man who understood struggle, albeit from a different perspective. And Trump found in Maria a reminder of his own early days, fighting against odds to build his empire. Maria's journey through the vocational cooking program proved to be both challenging and transformative. The initial days were overwhelming, balancing pregnancy, motherhood, and studies tested her resolve daily. Yet, with each passing week, she discovered new strengths within herself that even Trump couldn't have anticipated. The free culinary program turned out to be more than just theoretical learning. It was a gateway to rediscovering her passion for Mexican cuisine. Under the guidance of experienced chefs like Chef Rodriguez, Maria began experimenting with recipes passed down from her late mother, adapting them to modern tastes while preserving their authentic flavors. This process rekindled memories of her childhood in Mexico City, where the aroma of sizzling spices filled her grandmother's kitchen. Trump's mentorship took an unexpected turn as well. Rather than offering direct solutions, he challenged Maria to think entrepreneurially about every aspect of her future restaurant. Their conversations shifted from casual check-ins to strategic planning sessions. "A successful business isn't built on good food alone," he would say during their weekly calls. "It's built on understanding your customers' needs and delivering value consistently." He introduced her to key concepts in restaurant management: inventory control, staff training, menu engineering, and most importantly, branding. "Your restaurant must tell a story," Trump emphasized repeatedly. "What makes Isabella's dream different? Why should people choose you over others?" Meanwhile, Maria's practical experience at Michael Patel's Tex-Mex chain proved invaluable. Starting as a line cook, she quickly rose through the ranks due to her dedication and innovative approach to blending traditional Mexican flavors with contemporary techniques. Patel himself became an advocate for her vision, often sharing insights gained from decades in the hospitality industry. As months passed, Maria's confidence grew alongside her skills. She began developing a unique concept for her restaurant, one that celebrated not just Mexican cuisine but also the immigrant experience. Her menu featured dishes inspired by personal stories, each accompanied by a brief narrative explaining its significance. This approach resonated deeply with both local patrons and visiting tourists alike. Financially, Trump's network opened doors that would have otherwise remained closed. He connected Maria with accountants who helped her navigate the complexities of small business loans and tax incentives for minority-owned enterprises. Together, they crafted a solid business plan that secured funding for her dream project. Yet perhaps the most significant development came from within. Through this journey, Maria transformed from someone merely surviving into someone thriving. She learned to balance tradition with innovation, maintaining authenticity while appealing to broader audiences. More importantly, she instilled these values in young Isabella, teaching her daughter that success comes not from shortcuts but from hard work and perseverance. The grand opening of Isabella's dream was everything Maria had ever imagined and more. Located in the heart of El Paso, the restaurant stood as a testament to her journey from struggling single mother to successful restaurateur. The building itself carried special significance. It was once an abandoned diner that Trump's connections helped secure at a reasonable lease rate. Maria poured her soul into every aspect of the establishment. The menu featured dishes inspired by her late grandmother's recipes, each accompanied by personal anecdotes about family gatherings and cultural traditions. What set Isabella's dream apart wasn't just its authentic Mexican cuisine but also its commitment to community engagement. True to her word, Maria transformed the restaurant into a gathering place where people from all walks of life could connect over shared experiences. She reserved one evening each week for community table nights, where diners were encouraged to sit together and share their stories. These events quickly became highlights of the local social calendar, drawing crowds eager to experience not just great food but meaningful human interaction. Trump's influence remained evident in the business operations, though he would never admit it openly. He had introduced Maria to key principles of effective management, from meticulous inventory control to strategic marketing. Yet, unlike his typical approach, he allowed Maria creative freedom in shaping the restaurant's identity. "Your success isn't about following my formula," he told her during one of their final consultations. "It's about staying true to who you are." The restaurant's interior reflected this philosophy. Warm colors reminiscent of Mexican markets blended seamlessly with modern design elements, creating an inviting atmosphere that resonated with both traditionalists and contemporary diners. Local artists contributed murals depicting scenes from Maria's life journey, adding depth to the dining experience. Financially, the restaurant exceeded expectations from day one. Maria's decision to offer affordable pricing while maintaining high quality proved remarkably successful. Regular customers appreciated her commitment to providing value, often bringing friends and family to experience the unique ambience. Word-of-mouth promotion became the most powerful tool in her marketing arsenal. Perhaps most importantly, Maria fulfilled her promise to give back to the community. The free cooking classes she offered attracted women facing similar challenges she once encountered. Through these sessions, she taught not just culinary skills but also valuable lessons about perseverance and self-worth. Many participants found renewed confidence, some even pursuing their own entrepreneurial ventures inspired by Maria's example. Their relationship with Trump evolved into something unexpected, a genuine friendship built on mutual respect. Though their interactions remained sporadic due to busy schedules, each conversation reinforced the bond they'd developed over the years. He continued offering advice when asked, always challenging her to think bigger than current successes. As time passed, Isabella's dream became more than just a restaurant. It symbolized hope and possibility for countless individuals who walked through its doors. Visitors frequently commented on how the establishment felt like home away from home, a place where dreams were nurtured rather than forgotten. And as Isabella's dream shone brightly in the heart of Texas, Maria not only found freedom but also ignited hope for her entire community. But what truly motivated Trump, the man known for his tough exterior, to offer such extraordinary help? Is there a hidden secret behind his generous act? Don't miss the next part, where the final pieces of the puzzle will be revealed, and you'll be stunned by the true power of kindness,